Okay guys, this is just too disgusting. This is day probably 2.5 of wearing Swiss lace, and I've tried cutting away a bit of the front here and there to try and overcome that constant disgustingness. You might not see clearly in this camera, although I can see clearly in the mirror. What the fuck is going on with this, by the way? The thing is, when I'm filming with a high resolution camera that I've got for my acting class, it's way too visible. Besides, this haircut sucks. I want to just have it coming forward a bit. Now, that means I've got to cut it because there's nothing I can really do to style this nicely. Also, you'll notice this is a different color than my natural hair. This was always one shade too light. This is medium brown instead of medium dark brown. So I need to get medium dark brown. Most of my hair pieces nowadays are medium dark brown. This is just one of the older pieces that I had in my drawer. So I'm going to cut this because the good thing about lace is that the perimeter is more well matched than poly. Poly has a very clean line where it can never meld in to the perimeter. That's one good thing it's got going for it. So I'm just going to cut it and sort of brush it forward a bit. I've only got 1 week left of this course, so I only need to put in about 3 or 4 more videos. I want all those videos to look good because these people need to see me at my best. So for my career, they're not just teachers, they're decision makers. Wow, there are so many less hairs with medium light density. And like I said, I also suspect that these hairs are individually thinner than usual. And I would say that is the best type of hair you want if you can somehow source the thin hairs. Like say from somebody who's in their 20s who sold their hair to this company to make the hairpiece, rather than somebody who was 60. The hair is probably finer, although I don't know if they can achieve the same result using chemicals. Obviously, thinner hairs break more easily, but I don't care. I don't want to wear a wig, a robust wig that will last 100 years and looks like shit. I want 2 things: ease of use and realistic appearance. Not just realistic, good as well. Because a lot of things can look realistic but bad. Also, I might go out tonight on my own. For a beer or something at the local bar. I haven't done it for a long, long time. And I get the feeling that everybody else my age already has somebody, a bosom for a pillow, and I don't. Yeah, so hardly any hairs are in the sink from what I just cut off. It's just very thin and sparse hair compared to medium density, which also proves to me that despite the fact that, say, Lord Hair, for example, advertises that the 0.03 millimeter poly hair pieces are medium light, they are in fact medium density, which I don't mind. I like it better. You wouldn't want the V-loops to be seen. So in the future, that's quite a fairly good blend, isn't it? I've diagonally blocked that. It's just a pity that these that whole line of glue along the front. Is that just a hair? Unfortunately, I cut my fingernails, which makes it a lot harder to grab those little stray hairs that are sitting along the front. So keep some length to your fingernails if you have a hairpiece. So you can use your fingernails as tweezers and sort of picking tools and stuff. Everyone who's commented has said that Swiss lace looks so much more realistic than poly. I just wish that I could figure out a way to make poly hairlines realistic. That's dirty, see? But it's not just dirty, it's just hairs getting caught in it and all this sort of stuff. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like a bald patch with some shit all slugged in to that area. It's no good. You can see it even more when I lift my hair back up a bit. It's just, from my perspective, that is completely unsightly. Back here, I think it's probably better. But seeing into the hairs, that's the problem with medium light density. My favorite type of hairstyle is the curtain overhang. Sorry, overhang is such a, I don't know if you use a word here. The curtain fringe, like parted in the middle. That's my favorite hairstyle. But it's hard to make it work at this length. How's that up there? Is there a big transition? So my exercise for this first bit of homework that I'm about to make a video for right now is that I've got to pretend like I'm seeing a girl who's higher status than me, who I was always in love with at high school. And I've placed it in a gym, so I'm just going to be on my orbital, which gives me an excuse to do some exercise. It also gives me an excuse to keep my hair wet, which means that I could style it a bit better. The other thing I keep watching when I watch that first take back with this terrible hairline is my double chin. And I urge you all to consider that your body shape will be improved with exercise, breathing and everything else. Your heartbeat, the amount of time you're awake for each day, you won't need as much. You'll be able to do so much more. You'll be more enthused and motivated about life. And I'm not some fitness guy, obviously. You've seen my fat ass many times. But I encourage it even though I don't do it. But I will try to. The other thing you sort of can do is just basically allocate the infrastructure in your house so it's all set up and ready to go. I have got an exercise bike here. Not an exercise bike, an exercise orbital where you move your arms back and forward. And that's my favorite piece of equipment because it's fucking easy and I can just play computer games and stuff without, I don't have to watch where I put my feet or my arms or anything. It's just like the easiest exercise in the whole world. Easier than walking. It is. There's some kind of hairdo going on there with a really massive fucking exposed scalp from this low density, well, medium light density hair. I'm going to be shooting sort of front on or double chin on. Maybe I should put the camera up a bit higher. So the double chin thing happening. But then I don't want them to see this either. I remember you. Ah, how are you going? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sweat. How are you going? Yeah, okay, I won't, sorry.